And since when is the sun a big ass white light? It's always either been yellow or orange.
Okay, recently I've been taking a look at TikTok theories, okay? And this is the greatest gold mine I've ever found for content. Basically, it's a bunch of people coming up with the most ludicrous theories you can think of. Some of the theories we got here are the sun is actually a light bulb, the moon isn't real. The moon? Because I saw it during the day one time, and it's supposed to be there at night, therefore it's kind of hiding from me. And the sky is a TV screen because apparently I saw the sun refresh a couple of times. Some of these people just lack the most basic knowledge of science imaginable. They're just like, alright, the sun looks white today. I thought it was yellow. Huh? Is somebody changing the color of the sun? Literally everything these people speculate about can be explained by basic science. But apparently it's more fun to trick millions of kids and make them think that the world is somehow ending. Today we check out a bunch of these theories. Smash like if the sun is actually a block of cheese.
Bro, this is not our sun.
No cap, that really ain't our sun. Our sun is supposed to be a hexagrammatron and or a circle shape. It is neither one of those shapes at this moment. Finding number one, why does the sun have a refresh rate like a screen? Just keep watching it, you'll see.
Alright, so theory number one, the sun has a refresh rate and is apparently a giant like TV screen or something, and you know, it's refreshing the pixels. Now, I've been staring at this TikTok for a while trying to understand what they're talking about, but I don't notice any refresh rate. Either one, you're talking about you blinking, which is something that humans do, right? So it might disappear for a second and come back. Or number two, you just don't understand how light and sun rays work because it depends on the obstacle and the angles you're looking for, all right? The sun's gonna look different depending on where you're standing and depending on the obstacles in between. There might be your glass window, there might be a cloud passing through, might be reflecting on a bunch of different things. I mean, there's a million ways to explain what you're seeing, but your first instinct is, oh my god, the sun is not looking perfectly round today. Clearly a conspiracy. What the hell? Oh, is it glitching now? Why would it randomly transform into a lemon shape? By the way, the sun is probably the most round, perfectly natural round substance in the entire universe, okay? The reason it looks like lemon shape is because of the light, okay?
And since when is the sun a big ass white light? It's always either been yellow or orange. Look at that thing glowing.
Why does the sun look white, guys? I thought it was yellow or orange, yes. Maybe, because the sun is actually white. Google the color of the sun. The sun is white. Dude, I really don't know why I have to tell this to full-grown adults, but the reason the sun normally appears yellow is because the light gets scattered away, okay? If you know anything about light, white light contains all the other colors, all right? The reason it appears yellow is because by the time it gets to us, the light scatters. For the love of God and for my sanity, the sun is not yellow or orange, okay? It's not a color-changing sun. It's always one color, always has been. It's white.
I ain't moving. The second finding is that it looks like a 1 billion watt light bulb. It looks like an LED bulb. And if you watch this video closely, you can actually see it refresh.
You know, honestly, what I think you should do with your newfound knowledge is go over to NASA and present your findings, alright? You should actually trademark your theory over here because definitely has a lot of basis to it. The sun is a 1 billion watt light bulb. That's like something my 3-year-old nephew would come up with. Oh, sun is a giant light bulb, but not fully grown adults, man. Jesus Christ, get a grip.
It's brighter, and then it gets smaller. It's weird. It has a lemon shape to it. It's almost like you need a blue light filter out here.
Dude, this brings me back to middle school when I got into an argument with my friends over like what the sun and the moon do, right? Basically, you know, the moon has all these phases, right? The gibbous phase, moon, the half moon, and the full moon, right? And they're like, the moon changes shape, so why doesn't the sun? And then, you know, we literally studied that chapter like a year ago, and we were just like, all right, the sun shines on the moon in different angles, right? So that's why the moon doesn't actually change shape. You just see different parts of it. And then we had this long argument. I feel like I'm reliving that right now with these TikTokers. Can you imagine that was the case? God just, you know, one day trolled us. He's just like, he picks up the sun, puts a giant lemon in its place. Is that how lemons look to you, my guy? What does it matter if it looks like the lemon shape to you? How does that prove anything?
I haven't looked at the sun in a minute,
even though I work outside every day, but I don't look directly at the sun. I think I'm gonna have to start looking at the sun.
I'm losing brain cells at the most rapid rate ever. Do not look at the sun. What the? You've got hundreds and thousands of views on TikTok. Kids are gonna start looking at the sun. That's the first thing they teach you. Don't look directly at the sun. You're gonna go blind.
But you know what I have noticed is the moon out in the daytime every day. And I posted a video on here on Friends Only a while ago, and I was like, why is the moon out in the daytime? And people were like, you've never seen the moon out in the daytime? And I was like, no, like, this is weird that the moon is always out. And I thought I was the weird one for not seeing the moon out in the daytime before, but then everybody started putting up videos and being like, now I always see the moon in the daytime.
All right, so they finally left the sun alone, and now they're bothering the moon. First off, the moon doesn't have a work schedule, all right? It doesn't come into work on Mondays and Tuesdays, and sometimes it works overtime in the day. The moon is always there, okay? You can't see it because of the sunlight, but if you do see it during the day, that's not a rare occurrence. That's actually very common. You should be able to see the moon during the day. In fact, the moon is above the horizon 12 out of 24 hours of the day, which means you should be able to see the moon during the day. It's not a conspiracy theory. It didn't take extra overtime work, okay? You don't normally see it during the daytime because of the bright light of the sun. But sometimes, if the moon is close enough and bright enough, you can see it in the sky. In fact, you can almost see it every single day. It really just depends where you are.
Okay, I got a couple videos sent to me. Let me show you guys. Pay attention. Well, first of all, tell me the sky doesn't look like a hologram. Look at the clouds. This is the sun. Look at how it's shining above and below, how it's not a normal sun. It looks like a lemon shade.
Listen, me personally, I've never seen clouds actually go behind the sun, probably because I don't look directly at the goddamn sun, alright? I'm trying to preserve my eyesight. I'm already on my last legs. I'm wearing glasses, please. For some reason over here, the sun looks like it's on your window. It doesn't even look like it's in the sky. I don't know what kind of angles you people are capturing, alright? I don't know what's going on here. I feel like the sun is somewhere else and it's reflecting from your glass or like your window or something.
The clouds go over it, and then it gets a little. Look at that! Tell me that's not a. This looks computerized. The way that the clouds are breaking apart looks. And look.
How is that computerized? That looks perfectly normal. What are you talking about? The clouds aren't breaking apart. The light is just shining through the clouds. I don't know, from the way you talk about things in our universe, you probably think the clouds are like cotton candy or something. They're not. Just letting you know. They're water.
Look. Is that the moon? The moon? The moon? And then, wait a minute. And then the sun comes back to cover it.
Apparently the moon is on an any % world record speed run, bro. Even Usain Bolt doesn't run that goddamn fast. Jesus Christ, the moon is on a mission. It missed a delivery, bro. It was gonna get fired from its job. It needed a hustle right there. Listen, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a YouTuber, alright? I have no context. Are these videos fake? Are these videos sped up? I don't know. Or are these real videos and you're just speculating something that can be easily explained?
No, we need to look at this again. Okay, look at how it's shining like a fucking light bulb. It's not shining like the sun. Look at the reflection. Look at the clouds. Look at the clouds breaking apart like a fucking computerized clouds. Look at them. Those aren't real clouds. I mean, what is even real anymore? But that's a hologram. That's a matrix.
Where did the hologram come from? How did you conclude this is a hologram? I mean, I feel like the Among Us era has literally made everything sus. Now they're calling the sun sus. The sky is sus. The moon is sus, bro. Everything is sus now. You know what we should do? We should play a game of Among Us and let's just vote out the sun, because clearly it's an imposter.
The sun hid for a minute. The moon is hanging out in the back. And the sun's like, oh wait, oops, sorry. Let me cover you up again. And then the sun covers up the moon. So I wasn't crazy for seeing the moon out during the daytime at 1 p.m. Yeah, I've seen the moon when it starts coming out while the sun is coming down.
Dude, I love how she's acting like she's discovered something that absolutely no one has ever seen. She's just like, oh yeah, I saw the moon at 1 p.m. Yeah, you think I'm lying? No, I saw it. I knew I wasn't crazy. No, you are crazy. Alright, the moon was definitely out there, but not for the reasons you think, okay? It's not, the sun ain't a 10 trillion watt light bulb. It's embarrassing having these people out here just speculating on things. And you know, you might be like, do they support like the flat earth movement or something? Because this is pretty comparable stuff. And no, she recognizes that stuff is kind of BS, but she still believes in this other stuff.
No, because let's talk about it. This is exactly what it looks like. And listen, I never bought into the flat earth or any kind of theory except for the fact that we are a globe, just like NASA told us. Until I started talking about conspiracy theories last month, and a bunch of people kept telling me that we live in a firmament, in a dome, that we live in a dome, that we live in a dome. And then I started noticing all of the little coincidences in all of the TV shows like The Simpsons and The Hunger Games, and literally everything talks about that we live in a dome. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, now it feels like that is the only thing that makes sense.
Alright guys, I think that seals the deal. All the TV shows and movies are talking about how the sun isn't real and that we live in a dome. How does something being in a TV show relate to real life at all? You know, I can put anything in a TV show. And if all the TV shows are talking about it, doesn't mean it's real. It means it's a popular premise, okay? Because whack jobs like you think it's real.
And so now I keep getting tagged in videos that show. So first of all, I got tagged in this video. Look at the ring around the sun. Now everybody's gonna say, oh, it's just because of your camera lens. Okay, stop ruining the vibes here.
Yes, if anybody tries to disprove what I say, please keep scrolling. Yes, a little bit of science and you've lost your mind. Also, if you're wondering why there's a circle, do you not know that rainbows are a circle? Do you not know rainbow? You know you can only see half the rainbow when you see that little semicircle, right? Because I'm gonna lose my mind, bro. Listen, I don't know what the education system is teaching kids these days, but rainbows are full circles, okay? This should not be a surprising thing to you.
Okay, so let me show you some more stuff that I've been tagged in. Okay, tell me that didn't look like a reflection of the firmament.
Okay, so I learned something today. I had to Google the word firmament, and apparently, this lady believes that God has put us in a dome. And also, the clip of the sun shining through the trees, that is not a reflection of the firmament, okay? The firmament doesn't exist. It's pretty obvious what's happening here. That's probably a reflection from your lens or something. You think it's randomly just pink? There's so many explanations for it. Why a dome?
So then I decided to go outside and take a video of the sun, and this is what I gathered. Okay, I would like to point out the reflection from the light from the reflection. Like, I don't know how to say it, but there's the light and then there's another reflection.
Dear God, have mercy on my soul. You were literally moving it and you were seeing it move. And if you keep it still, that light is gonna be still. It's not a firefly flying around the sun, okay? I don't know
how to explain it, but like, doesn't this not look like we just live in a firmament? Like, look at it. Look at the little reflection right there shining from the light, and then there's like another reflection over here. It's suspicious.
It's actually quite an amogus if you ask me. I would vote out the firefly.
Here's another one I got tagged in. Tell me we don't live in a f***ing dome, guys. Tell me we don't live in a dome.
Okay, this kind of blows my mind because you capture one of the most beautiful images anybody has ever seen. You see a perfect circle rainbow in the sky. Usually you see a semicircle, right? You see the whole thing and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And your first thing is to think that we live in a dome. I don't understand. Why not just appreciate the beauty of the sky and leave the science to science people, please?
Here's another one that got sent to me where the sun kept changing shapes.
Oh,
look, it's a woman shape.
That was weird. I'm gonna zoom back out. Oh, what? What?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a little lesson on how cameras work, alright? basically, they have to guess the image that they're actually looking at, okay? So when you go zoom in, and then you're zooming into the most bright thing in the entire goddamn universe, alright? It's gonna be like, what the hell am I looking at? And it's gonna try to recalibrate to show you something that kind of makes sense, alright? So when you zoom out, and then it looks like a normal sun, and you zoom in, it looks like a lemon, that's not the sun changing shape, that's your camera interpreting the light it's receiving in different ways. Why don't you try looking at it with sunglasses, of course, but looking at it directly and see if it changes shape that way. I think it's through the camera. Dude, I swear to God, I'd never be a science teacher, bro. I'd just be screaming at the absolute idiocy I'm receiving. No kids even ask these kind of stupid questions, bro. It's only the adults.
This one looks super computerized, and yeah, it could be because of the camera so far away, but it really looks like a TV sun or something. It looks like a hologram, literally. And then they're zooming in slowly, and look, this sun is very yellow and orange, but look at it. Tell me that doesn't look like a green. I can't.
Yeah, I can't either, alright? Your stupidity is giving me brain damage. Alright, listen up. I gotta end this before I actually explode. Bye-bye.